to stay on for the last 10 minutes, but it is going to be, obviously, it won't be in English. So we'll just kick off proceedings immediately, and we'll start with our opening question with Nathan. Is that an English question?
Hi, Zina. Yes, it is for both Coach Stick and Sia.
Okay, you can ask Nathan.
Thank you, Zina. I'll start with Sia. Sia, recently a former All Black prop, Carl Heyman, came out and said he was suffering from dementia, commonly caused from concussions. Is this a topic we should be talking about again to protect current players? We all know rugby is contact sport.
Yeah, I think what World Rugby has been doing regarding our safety has been working really well. I mean, now to think of me, the last game against New Zealand, how the whole process, to make sure that we're okay. I think it's been going well, and yeah, I really feel for Carl, and we all do as players. It's a tough thing to do, but I'm hoping that he's okay. But I think the protocols that have been put in every year is getting more stricter and stricter to make sure that we are well protected around the field. And so, but we do discuss these things, and our doctor is always checking on us. Even in training sessions, they look at the clips and see, if something has happened to someone, and the players on the field as well. I remember when I fell, how Elton reacted, to alert the ref, and those are things that, whether it's opposition or not, to make sure we all want to be safe. And we know that World Rugby has our best interest to make sure that we're safe on the field, and our doctors as well.
I've got one closer question at the end, which I'll take at the end for Coach Stick. Coach, I just want to give you a scenario. You're second in the world rankings, playing against a team who's ninth, Wales to be exact. One of your players is unavailable. Do you pick a player on form or just plain experience? Basically, I'm referring to the Fassi dilemma, as he was chosen to face Argentina, a team ranked above Wales, and they performed. You did mention during Rugby Champs you would give Fassi more game time in the autumn series.
Yeah, Nathan, we select the best possible team to play against Wales. So you can't underestimate them. The position where they are on the log in the world rankings, it doesn't really mean a lot to us, because of, if you look at the record, the past probably 6 to 7 years, the last time we beat them here in Wales, it was 2013. So we can't really underestimate them, So we've selected the best possible team, and also to make sure that we also give other guys opportunities. And regarding Fassi, we know that Fassi is a very talented player with a good X factor. He's training well, he's positive, he brings energy in our training fields. But once again, people tend to forget that Damian Willemse has been with us and waiting for his opportunity since back in 2018. I remember as a 20-year-old, he played in front of full-packed Twickenham, as a 20-year-old at fullback. So, and he's been waiting for his opportunity also. And I don't doubt Fassi will, in the future, will play a lot of test matches, But once again, I think now it's fair for us as coaches to make sure also we give a guy like Gaza who's been waiting for his opportunity.
Thank you, Coach.
Ashfaq?
Thanks, Zina. Salam, Buta Stoker and Buta Siamtanda.
Assalamualaikum.
Sia, last 4.
Ashfaq, your line is very bad. Just try again. If not, then Ashfaq? Ashfaq, could you please type your question in the chat box, and then we'll just ask Stick and Sia those questions because your line is pretty bad. Let's go to Quivers.
Thank you, Zina. Good afternoon, Sia and Sticks. Thank you for your time. My question is for the captain. Sia, if you look back at the year you had that series win against the British and Irish Lions, and then after that things probably didn't go according to plan in the Rugby Championship. Do you believe this tour will eventually define your season?
It has been a year with ups and downs. Obviously we take confidence in our last game, but we know this is a different challenge that we're coming against. And as Coach Stick said, it's been 6 years since the last time we won here. But we're building. We really focus on just this one game against Wales because they need all our attention and all our focus. Because I think we've lost it in the past so many times, and we'll take it game by game. But we really do want to build momentum going forward as a team. Want to make sure that we finish the year strong. It is an important tour for us, but like I said, this first game is probably the most important before we start looking further.
Ashfaq, could you try your speaker again?
Yes, I'm back now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Sia, as I was trying to say, the last 4 games lost in Cardiff, but you did beat Wales at the 2015 and 2019 World Cup in playoff games. So, you guys can pull it over the line. What do you think needs to be different this time around to eventually get this win in Cardiff? What makes Cardiff such a difficult place to win it?
There were a couple of things that we spoke about as a group, but we do know where we went wrong. There were games that we were totally beaten. They outsmarted us in everything. But now we have everybody here. I think we always played it at the end of the year. So now we have our full strength team here. The international players are available. They also have international available. And so it's going to be a tough game. But we know what we need to bring, and we looked at our past games. And we think we've researched a whole lot more this week. To get to know each guy. And so we're really excited for that. So just what we bring in, as a team and as individual as well. We looked at our past game and saw what went wrong, and I believe we worked as hard as we can to give ourselves a fair chance this coming weekend.
Simon?
Question for the captaincy here, if that's okay. Say you played in the game against Wales 3 years ago, where Ellis Jenkins, your opposite number, suffered his very serious injury. What can you remember about him that day? Because he was man of the match. And what are your thoughts about him back now after 2 years out of the game with a horrendous injury? Yeah,
I do remember him. It was always tough to see a player get injured, whether it's your teammate in the opposition. It's tough. But he's obviously his will, to come back and fight again and fight to get the opportunity again. That tells you a lot about him. And he's a hard player, he's a strong player. I saw some of his games that he's been playing in the URC, and it's gonna be a tough game this weekend. They lose forward is strong. They've got a young guy, Besham's playing there. He puts his head up, So we play against each other, yes, but I'm really happy for him that he's back and he's fully fit again. It's always great to see players come back. It's hard to come back from such big injuries like this. But yes, that's well done to him and his medical team to getting him to where he is today. So we're looking forward to battle again against him this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Will?
Hi, a question for Sia, if that's okay. Can you talk to us about your respect for Wales and the physical challenge they offer? In the Chasing the Sun documentary, they seem to be the team that Razzie was warning you about the most, saying about how tough they were.
Yeah, no, they are. There's, when you play against, there's a lot of different teams that you play against. They will match you physically for a couple of minutes or whatever, and they go away. But Wales is just they're hard for full 80 minutes. You gotta know that you're gonna be in it for 80 minutes, and that's so important. Like the guys that are on the bench, our bomb squad is so important for us, and they always step up to the challenge. And you saw the semi-final as well. It was exactly the same thing. And every time we played them here, they never go away, and they're very smart as when we play a similar kind of game. So it's all about who loses concentration or who takes the opportunity when they get them. So every time we play them, we know physically we have to be up there for a full 80 minutes. You can't have a soft moment, and that's what happened in the World Cup, I think. They are a hard team and a strong team. So are we. So it's going to be about who can maintain the intensity for a full 80 minutes.
Just quickly, they're without their captain, Alan Wynne-Jones, who was a key part of the Lions series and has been for Wales for a long time. How big a loss is he for them?
He's a very, very experienced guy who's achieved so many great things, and he's a great leader. He's got a huge presence. But I do believe, it's the same as us in our group. there will be other guys who step up to that, you know, and I'm sure you'll still be playing. He's such a big player. You playing and an impact, even though he's not playing this weekend, he'll be there talking to the guys and helping where he can. So, but I do believe like guys like David who's played for so long will be able to step in and make sure that the guys do what they need to do. You know, at this kind of level, you know, if you lose a person, yes, it's a big thing to lose a player like that, but it's always an opportunity for someone else to step up.
Kaniso?
I'll ask in the East Coast section of the press conference, please.
Okay, thanks, Kaniso. Percy?
Thank you so much, Zina. Good afternoon, gentlemen. My question is for skipper Siya Kolisi. Siya, can I ask you, will Wales be the favourite in Cardiff, or will the world champions enter this match as the favourites?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I haven't been reading what people have been saying, because all our focus has been in the camp here, you know, focusing on making sure that we get our stuff right. So I don't know what the public is thinking. So yeah, we'll have to find out after the game.
What does Siya Kolisi think?
Obviously, I think the people here they're playing at home with, I think, 75,000 people watching. So obviously, people are gonna go towards the home team. But you know, for us, that's not important. It's all about what we think as a group and what we're focusing on.
I think just to help you, Percy, there, if you look at the record once again, the past 6 years we haven't beaten them there at home. So that means they'll probably go to this game as favourites, playing in front of their home crowd. I think for us that's a big challenge that we're going to have to step up on. But yeah, like Sia is saying now, we can only talk much about it after the game, you know. But yeah, it's a big challenge for us to be able to play against them. Yeah, in Wales, it's tough to play. Conditions also, so it also plays another big part in the game.
Thank you so much.
Daniel?
Hi guys, this can be for both of you, I guess. The question hasn't been raised today about this topic, but yesterday with the Welsh coaching staff, there were a lot of questions around the style of play of the Springboks. Has the conversation moved beyond this debate? And I wonder, is it frustrating? Is it even annoying, maybe, to continuously have to defend your approach?
To be honest, from our side, it doesn't really bother us, you know. We just focus on our processes and what we want to achieve as a team and where we need to improve, you know. Otherwise, what other people are saying about our style of play, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. And they are also entitled to say whatever they want to say. They've got their rights. But otherwise, we're not going to lose focus and focus too much on what other people are saying out there, you know. We just want to keep on improving in how we play the game. And the fact that we've missed out on test match last year, you know, probably that was an opportunity missed for us where we could have maybe tried to build some depth in our squad. But I think that is exactly now what we are trying to do, you know, give other guys also opportunities, you know. But once again, what other people are saying about our style of play, it doesn't really bother us.
Sia, as a captain, I mean, do you use detractors in any way to motivate the side? If people question if the Boks are deserving of their status, does that help G the team up?
Outside like influence, we can't do that because that's up and down. It's sometimes with you, sometimes people are not with you. So we obviously we try and focus more internally, and we know our plan is working for us. You know, there are times that we just miss out on opportunities. You know, we look at the games that we've lost. Our game plan help us create those opportunities, and it's all up to us as players to take those opportunities. And I think that's where we kind of lost it or just missed the opportunities there. But we try and focus on internal pressure that we put amongst each other and the competition amongst each other, healthy competition, and on how to actually better our plan and how to actually see the opportunities that we create in the game plan that we create, that we are playing.
Cool, thank you.
Kobus?
Thanks, Dina. My question is for Mzwandile. Adding to the question Daniel asked, with Herschel coming in, will the Boks play any different? When you think the big influence that Faf always have in the team?
Yeah, we're not going to change much in our game plan. I think Ash has been working with us for the past 3 years. Also, he knows exactly what we want to achieve in the game, but I'm just excited to see him on the field. Where he's going to get a fair opportunity. He normally comes when the games, sometimes we're under pressure where he needs to chase the game from behind. Sometimes he needs to close the game. But now we just want to give him a fair opportunity, and I'm actually excited. So I don't think we're going to change much because of one individual in our team. And once again, like Sia said earlier on, is that where we need to improve, I think it's the opportunity that we create with the way we play. We just need to make sure that we convert them into points, because at test match level, once again, you're not going to get a lot of chances to score, So once we create those tries on Saturday, we're going to have to be able to bury them. But I'm excited to see Hash playing, and we know what he can do for us, So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Robin Duke.
Okay, but my question has been taken. But I'm just going to ask you for both of you guys. After a long testing season that you just had, just take us an experience of when you guys last weekend in Paris at Parc des Princes to watch PSG and Lille. How was that experience like? Is something that you guys needed ahead of this tour?
Just great. That whole week was amazing. We got back to training again with the guys that were available. And I think some of the guys are playing international, with other playing with the clubs on their break. And us to get together and train again was really good. And also to get to experience Paris and obviously promote Rugby World Cup France 2023. That was a great experience. And over the time we had off, there were things put in place so we could also have some fun. That was really nice, nice to go and watch soccer, see some of the world stars. It was really great, and we, like I said in one of the press conferences, we also fans, we also see there's favorite sportsmen that we like that we go and watch, and that was really humbling to see, and to see how nice they are, how down to earth they are, talking to them, having conversations when we can, and it's just really a nice thing to see, and a great experience as well to see the vibe, in the stadiums, how different it is to what we're used to in rugby, and also watching Andre and Kobus play and seeing the atmosphere at that stadium, which was pretty amazing, and yeah, it was great to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be switching over to isiXhosa soon. So just last question, Simon, is that an English question?
See?
I've had my question. That's fine. No problem.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Simon, is that another question?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, in terms of that game 3 years ago, which is the last Wales-South Africa game, Sia, what was you talked about being outsmarted, but that particular game, we talked about Ellis Jenkins, the impact he had. What was the key factors, do you think, in that win for Wales?
I think they kicked all the game, and I think they used the opportunities, and I think we knew what they were going to do. I think it still shocked us, when it happened in the game. They kicked one, they took the opportunities, and they were physical for 80 minutes, and I think we had moments where we got a little bit out-muscled, and I think, that was really good on their side. And whatever opportunities they got, and sometimes the bounce of the ball came their way as well, So those are the few things that we've seen from the past game. And obviously, playing against them again afterwards, as we had to prepare much more, and I think we were more clinical in the last game we played against them, which obviously wasn't in Wales. So, and also the environment also makes a big difference. The supporters makes a big difference. It's always great to come play here. The singing, the atmosphere, and like we love playing at home because our supporters really get behind us and we feel it. So I'm sure they get the same feeling from when they play here.
Thanks. Enjoy your day tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the English section of our press conference. We are now going to switch over to isiXhosa, and so for our international media, you're more than welcome to sign off if you'd like to, but please feel free to remain on the call if you would like to as well. Nathan?
Thank you again, Zina. Bomoy kukho abadlali ababuya kubo obhika nala Jongwana uZamit. Siyayazi bafika kabuhlungu kule mpelaveki kunye nezimnyama. Zintoni iziphumo izifuna as abaqeqeshi kumdlalo kunye neWales?
Yeah, Tata njengoba sewutshilo na I don't think izabakhona into esizayirida too much la mdlalo bewedlala kule mpelaveki lisuka kuyo because of ukhumbula kaloku abafana abanjengobhika no Louis Summit bebengekho pha yabona and we know i-influence abanayo kulaa team xa bedlala pha bese sitshilo ekuqaleni nosiya sithi uba kunzima udlala neWales xa bedlalela kokwabo because of eyona nto abantu abanga-understandiyo kakuhle sometimes is because of previously besingazazi ii-players ze-Wales kakhulu because of ukhumbule kaloku ii-players zase-South Africa bezidlala i-Super Rugby okanye zidlale against ii-teams zase-Northern Hemisphere not Wales. But now i-advantage esikuyo at the moment, I think, because of we've got our South African teams now that are playing that URC. So now we're starting to know more players abo. So eyona nto ke noko siyivuyelayo nathi njengabaqeqeshi be-Springboks and nabadlali bethu aba badlala apha eEurope uyabona apha esquadini sethu sino-Jasper Wiese abafana abadlala apha eEurope sibe Olot oMarco. So aba bafana nabo baziqhelile conditions alapha le weather lapha because kuyabanda apha tata and kuhleli kumanzi nje because imvula into ayinqabanga apha. So eyona nto ke sivulela uba noko at least now siyabazi abadlali beWales, siyazazi i-strengths zabo, siyazazi i-weaknesses zabo. So ibalekile basiyi-respecte loo nto and then siyazi exactly what we're going to be facing come tomorrow xa kudlalwa igame. Otherwise kodwa ke sizabe sizilungiselele kakuhle tata.
Ungathi mos i-team yonke idlala kulo cala akade.
Uqhwasho lokubahlala ngabo eThekwini ayazi isama. Definitely.
Kanyiso?
Thank you Zina. Molweni bras. Ndiyathemba kuyaphila. Hayi kuzawududuma apha kodwa ke siyavuya uba kushushu ke. Nayigcina notho ke lo ngqale yenu manabo. No man bras. Umbuzo mani mibini mani lenza qala pha kuwe mani siya ne. Veki na veki kunale nokuba qho xa i-All Blacks ziphumelela ziya ku number 1 kube kholo ngxoxo ba ngeliphi laqala elibalaseleyo elizweni. Nicinga kangakanani lolo bafuneke nihleli njeni manje niphumelela veki na veki kanye nohoye njile nofuma niyayenza kulo veki xa dlala neqela elithile?
So enjoy umsebenzi wethu asiyijonga kakhulu ezozendeleyo because xa ekupheleni kwemini uzawuba number 1 ngowin. Uzawuba number 1 xa wenza le process funeka uyenzile evekini nale team udlala nayo. So asikwazi ukucinga lo hlobo. I-results ayibone emva kwaloo nto but into ebalulekileyo ihlobo esitreyina ngalo ne-preparation esizenzayo for le team funeka idlale nayo. But uncedisa kulo mbuzo kanye sibuzayo thina siyijonge noyijonga loo nto sifocus too much kuyo yabona sifocus kwi-process yethu indlela esifuna udlala ngayo sithi make sure uba siyakwazi nokuwina because of we want to make i-supporters yethu zibe proud ngathi siyayazi eMzantsi Afrika kunjani indlela abayithanda ngayo umbhoxo neqela lamabhokobhoko. But on the other side uphinde iba ntle laa nto because of abalandeli bombhoxo ngoku yabona week in week out they always excited bafuna ubona ba kubani uzawuwina ngubani uzawuba number 1. I think that laa nto irabhi guys not laa nto uba kubekho iteam eyi-1 ezawuba ngu-number 1 yabona for iminyaka 4 or 5. I think le nto i-supporters iyidizevayo ngoku utshintsho ngaphandle number 1 ukukoka.
Hayi basihleli thina kalo phasa hlaba
akwenye
bazayibulela
Sudeta nonsense.
Ndize kuwe mani bomuntu njengoba bendimane ndikhenketha mani bendikhe nahlala ixesha elide eKapa nahlala ixesha elide eBhayi nangabemi baseQueensland. Kwahluke njani nje make ndikhenkethe apho eEurope uba kule iveki naqala khe nahlala eParis nazilolonga phaa kulena iveki niseCardiff kule iveki elandelayo nibheka eEdinburgh kwenye iveki elandelayo niseLondon nje ininceda njani laa nto nje uba nikwazi mane nje le nto ingqondo nihlala ifresh?
Yeah, I think into ebalulekileyo ne apha kuthi is ngoba esiqala isizini sike zabhabhu besikuze eMzantsi Afrika before i-British and Irish Lions bekunzima kakhulu andizoxoxela dada bekunzima kakhulu because of into besingayiqhelanga ukuba kuyo uba ngathi usentolongweni pha xa uzibhabhu uba ngathi usentolongweni ke-room yakhe ehotel well i-movement awukwazi umuva kakuhle. So it was tough times for us but I have to uba ndithi abadlali bethu noko ndiyabancoma babe tough mentally and into advantage ke esiyivuyelayo ukuthi basifike early apha Paris ufumane 10 days at least ukuba sibuyisele into i-fitness levels zethu to where they want to be yabo enye into ebalulekileyo kaloku ne-weather like njengoba besentshilo earlier on i-weather yakhona kumanzi kakhulu apha and kuyabanda so I think abafana abanjengosiya abasuke eDurban bebeyinida laa nto nje bakhe ba-understand i-weather lapha injani so and into ebalulekileyo ukuthi make sure nathi abadlali bethu i-mental state esi-right because of if ubonile eParis besihamba sobukela amaqela apha e-rugby u-Andre Pollard i-racing ngoba idlala nelento ne-Montpellier. So it was good for our players at least now bakwazi bakula environment and just be supporters where they don't stress too much about what abantu abazayenza yona and then safumana nethuba sokwazi ubukela i-PSG. I think into ebibalulekileyo just nje sithini sibavise kamandi nabo and I think ngoku si-right silungiselele qala le-Wales ngomso abafana bethu I think noko bakwi-space esi-right ngoku.
Uyabulela umfana.
Tuthetha i-nonsense takuveta bhuti.
Mina mnandi kuwe, mina mnandi kuwe, mina mnandi kuwe rasi. Mina mnandi kuwe.
Inkosi Kudins.
Guys, we've got one more question. Almost time to wrap up. Good surprise over there. Ashfaq, we'll wrap up with your question.
Okay, thanks, Zina. I'm not going to sing happy birthday to Rassi, but happy birthday, coach. Stoker, the World Cup semi-final against Wales, the Boks had to play a very specific style because Gatland also how his team used to play. Wayne Pivak has tried to sort of move them on a bit and play a bit more ball in hand. What do you expect from Wales this time around? Also considering your back three is also two newish guys with Damon and Jesse playing at wing instead of center.
Yeah, if once again I'm going to go back to what I said earlier on. If you look at the record when we play against them here, it's always tough. This is the team that doesn't go away when you play against them. If you look at the record, even when we beat them in 2015 in the World Cup, we won them in the last minutes of the game, by 2 points. Was it 2 points? I think so. But it was short, yeah. And then also the game that we were involved in 2019 in Japan, you have to grind. You really have to be at your best when it comes to the physical side of the game because they've got tough players. They don't go away. And then also they've got a good kicking game. So I don't think they're going to drift away from that because of it worked for them before. So I don't really think they're going to try something different. But if they want to play running rugby, then good for them because of they've got players that can play. They've got good players. If you look at the pack, Chris Summit is one of the quickest rugby players in the world. They talk about it. And they've got guys like Adams with experience and bigger at 10, so they really, really do have special players. So whatever they're going to bring on a day, it's going to be a tough challenge for us. We're going to have to be at our best to be able to beat them, so it won't be easy, but otherwise I think we're well prepared and we'll be up for the challenge also.
We still have 1 minute left. So Percy, you can fire the last question and then ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up our proceedings for today.
Zina, I'm indebted to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Coach, Captain, can I ask you this question? While we have the director of rugby on the line as well, I was going to say happy birthday to him as well. What was his contribution, if any, in the build-up to this weekend's match? And what does his presence mean for you guys as a team?
Yeah, it's been a great week. It's been a hard on focusing on Wales and preparation. And our director is huge for us. His presence has always been amazing. He brings his knowledge, his wisdom is always great for us as a group. And also just having there, and it's always watching the small stuff. It's always watching how the room is, how the players are feeling. He knows when we're down, he can talk to us. It's always good to have him around us. So it's really been great. We're really looking forward, to playing this weekend. And I think we're well prepared as a team. And that's been his ultimate focus, to make sure with our level best by making sure we're focusing on the game and nothing else, because Wales are a team that's obviously, we said it, both of us, they've been dominant towards us the past couple of years when we play here. So his main focus is to make sure that we are ready and we know exactly what's coming in every single angle.
Thank you very much, Sia and Stick. That concludes our press conference, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely afternoon and a great weekend. And happy birthday to Rassi.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, guys.
Ciao.